too. And the man thought he saw the table move, and he looked at anything, but it was still on the ground. He was so sad because he was so hoping that working together with Jasmine, he would be able to make the table float in the air. Then he realized it was floating. He looked underneath it. It was not on the ground anymore. He looked underneath it. Was there something under there? No. Was there anything pushing it up? Jasmine took a look. She said, no, there's nothing pushing it up. There's no wires. How is that table floating in the air? And Jasmine said, it's because we worked together. The man thought that was so cool, so he wanted to try it again. So he had to make Jasmine hold on to these two corners, and he hung on to these two corners, and then they said that word again, and wiggled their fingers and said, no. And he looked underneath it. They both lifted up to see if they could see anything underneath it. Was there anything pushing underneath it, Jasmine? There was nothing pushing it up, and yet it was just rising up into the sky. It was really quite good, and it got so high that Jasmine had to stand on her tippy toes so she wouldn't, and then she had to let go so she wouldn't float away because the table was going crazy. It was floating everywhere. It was just impossible. It couldn't be possible. There was no way that that could actually happen. And they realized that working together had been the answer. But how would they always remember that working together is the answer? And then Jasmine said, there's a box on the table. Why don't we put the names of the people who work together to make it happen inside the box? And the man said, that's an excellent idea. So one more time, grab their corners. And they said in a nice loud voice, they said, no. That's right. And what did the table do? It floated up. They couldn't understand what was happening, but it was floating. And then the man took the name of Jasmine and the man and put it inside the box. So that forevermore, they would always know and remember that it was working together that they were able to make it happen. And you can read the box. That's right. Now, Jasmine, that's just a silly thing with a table and a box, isn't it? Yeah. So it didn't really happen, did it? No. But if it did happen, I think it would look a lot like that, don't you? Yeah. If it did happen, I think a whole audience full of people would get up on their feet, clap and cheer and whistle for a lovely young lady